crafting journey here, that journey chick on Instagram. So here's what I've got done so far. Okay, this whole row, I've just got a little bit to fill in here. Yay, look how pretty. It's pretty, it's coming together. So yeah, I'm working right in here. Let me put the light pad on. I don't know where the kitties are. They're somewhere in the vicinity, but they haven't figured out that I'm in this room. This morning, they were playing with, I have this fake plant. They were playing with the fake plant. I'm like, oh, guys, they're into everything. No more curtains. Didn't do the curtains anymore. The spray bottle worked, so I didn't have to use the spray bottle. Okay, where am I? Where am I? Alrighty, I need a pen. Here's my equipment. Did you guys have a great weekend? I did. Oh my goodness. I didn't do a thing. No plans. Like, I did stuff. I played Animal Crossing, went to some Zooms, worked on some crochet, worked on my diamond painting. Did the laundry, but that's it. I didn't have to go anywhere, which is a good thing because next week is payday. So all the bills are paid except for maybe one. What else? Yeah. Okay, let's diamond paint. Oh, I'm not really wide awake yet. So yesterday, I had a Zoom meeting with my with people that are doing the step challenge. Anybody that wanted to come to the Zoom, they could come to the Zoom. And I was so inspired by everybody, really. So one person suggested this video. The woman's name is Leslie Sansone, I believe. I'll put a link to her YouTube videos down in the description. She's got tons of walking YouTube videos, so you can you have to stand up. You can stand in your living room and literally walk to these videos. So when the Zoom was over, I went and did the 10-minute video, and I was a little worn out, but you get your steps in. So my challenge to everybody in the step challenge was this week we're going to work our way up to the 20-minute walk video. Yeah. Or I'm going to put the 20-minute walk one on and see how far I get. I'm flabbergasted at how out of shape I really am. Man, am I out of shape. Holy moly. But yesterday I ended up with 5,000 steps. So I was pretty happy about that. So it was just a nice casual weekend for me. My son was out of town, on his little vacation with the kids, so I didn't have to worry about that. I am going to have Malia over sometime soon. She's off from school for the summer, and I did tell her she could spend a week with me. So I don't know when that will be. I'll have to get together because she's doing volleyball right now, so I might have to wait till after the volleyball is over. Because I'm not driving back and forth she lives about 20 minutes away. So we'll see. And now she's telling me she doesn't like cats. They scare her. I don't know. Well, she better get over it if she's coming to Grandma's house, because now I have cats galore. Yep. I just heard one of them. Where are the kitties? Okay, Tootsie's here to visit. She's here with us filming now. She has taken Jake's place. Yeah. Hi, baby. Hi, honey. You want to say hi? Hi. Okay, oh wait, we have to do the butt thing? Okay, butt scratch. Okay, go lay down. Good girl. Yes, you're a good girl. Yes, you are. Okay, go lay down. That's gracious. She's flapping her ears. I gotta check her ears. Where's the kitties? Where's the kitties? Oh, she, we're I'm starting to see a little jealousy here. Wait a minute. Yeah. If I pick up one of the kittens, she's right there. She wants to be petted too, you know. Yes, I have to pet her and the kittens. Yes. So yeah, a little bit of jealousy. But she still loves them. Anyhow. So I gotta go to work today. Not, you know, physically. I don't have to go into the office, but today is a work day. Yep. And I need to clean my kitchen. Oh my goodness. It looks like a hurricane hit it in there. When I say I did nothing over the weekend, I literally, other than the laundry, I did nothing. Except, you know, I did go around and like pick up little things. I think I told you this the other day. I was just picking up stuff that I think the kittens would be interested in, like little things of yarn and just, yeah, just getting everything up off the floor. Kitten proofing my home. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. Anyway. So on TV, I have been watching Orange is the New Black. Yes. And I'm still in season 1. I'm like towards the end of season 1. Now, I gotta tell you, it's not like the best show I've ever seen. It's entertaining, but there are certainly better shows out there. So I'm just gonna put it that way. It's an okay show. So hopefully a better one will come along. I'm almost done reading the book. I'm a slow reader. Sorry, Robin. My friend Robin can read a book, like read 3 books a day. It's amazing. She'll sit down and have a book read in like a couple hours. I listen to books on tape when I can, because I'm also, you know, listening to the trials and doing other things. So, but the book that I'm listening to goes along with that new Netflix series. What's the name of the book? Let me find it for you, because I can't leave you hanging. And so when I'm done with the book, I'm going to watch the Netflix series. Shadow and Bone is the name of the book, and it is by, I don't want to play the book. It's going to play. I don't want to play it. No, I don't want to play it. Hold on. Leigh Bardugo, Leighbardugo. I'll leave. Okay, so that's 2 links I have to put in the description. I have to remember to put these links into the description. Yes. So the link to the walking videos on YouTube and the link to Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Yes. Should I write that down? Let's write that down. Okay. We have a pen. We have a book. Okay. Walking video. I'm terrible at remembering links. That's why I'm doing this. Walking videos and Shadow and Bone. Okay, see, now I won't forget. Shadow and Bone. The other thing I'm doing in the description now is if you have like a favorite part of the show in the morning, and you only have time to watch that, like you only want to listen to Judge, Jury, and Journey, down in the description I have chapters now, where you can just click on the timestamp, and it'll take you directly to your favorite part. So I will the first chapter would be This Day in History, second chapter would be Judge, Jury, and Journey, and the third chapter would be what national day it is. So I think I got them in the wrong order. But anyway, they'll be in the correct order in the description. If you don't have time to watch the whole show and there's a favorite segment that you have, you can skip right to it now. So, and then you don't have to listen to all my chit chat, because Rebecca can go on Oh, I also played Animal Crossing this weekend. I remembered to buy, well, I cheated. The turnip thing. Okay, so apparently the turnip lady, and if you don't watch Animal Crossing, this is totally unrelated to crafting. The turnip lady leaves around noon every day. So I turned my Animal Crossing on about 5 p.m. yesterday. Turnip lady's gone. So I decide I'm going to learn how to time travel because I'm tired of missing the turnip lady. Because I don't play Animal Crossing in the mornings. I just don't. I've got too much other things to do. So I time traveled backwards till about 10 a.m. same day and found the turnip lady and bought some turnips. And you're thinking, what? What the hell? Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Yes. You guys got to get a Switch. Oh, Amazon Prime Day is the 21st and the 22nd of this month. So I'm starting to put things on my wish list or in my cart just to see if they go on sale. Like amiibo cards for the Animal Crossing, or now I learned that there's a little these card holders, like how you used to be able to put your baseball cards and into like notebook. Now you can put the little mini amiibo card. They have little mini amiibo card holders. I know, it's weird. It's so weird. It's another rabbit hole. Yes, anyway. So, but I'm not buying anything off of Amazon. I'm just going to put it on my wish list or put it in my cart and see what goes on sale on Prime Day. But really it's for like people who want to buy like big electronics. Don't buy anything that's made by Amazon, like the Echo or Kindles or anything like that. Don't buy those on Amazon Prime Day. But other things will go on sale that are not Amazon products that you're going to get probably the best deal you've seen in a long time. So check those out. If you were wanting to buy a Switch to play Animal Crossing, I'm just going to say put it on your wish list and see if it goes on sale, because you never know on Amazon Prime Day. So yeah, I don't need any, I have enough televisions. I don't need anything like that. I'm set with electronics. I don't need any new electronics. My daughter said, she's like, oh Mom, they have a new Ratchet and Clank, which is a game that I know she loved growing up, Ratchet and Clank. And I'm like, okay, is that on Xbox? Or, and she's like, oh no, it's on PS5. Well, I don't have a PS5. Ain't gonna get one. Nope. Nope. I don't need another gaming console. No. There's a bit of confetti here. So, anyway, there it is. My trash bin. My trash bin. Do. Let's do, what national day is it? It is National Strawberry Shortcake Day. I hear the kittens in the kitchen. Strawberry shortcake. It's a summer fruit. Between like April and June is the best time. You can get strawberries all year long, but between April and June is the best time to get strawberries. They're nice and ripe and juicy, but use them right away. And don't take the stem off of them until you're ready to use them. But, when you're ready to make this strawberry shortcake, you can do it with like pound cake or biscuits or, I like it with pound cake, I think. Then there's like a sponge, a pre-made sponge that you could buy for strawberry shortcake. But, so you make the strawberries, you put them in a little, cut them all up, put a little sugar on them, and then just let them sit for about an hour so the juices release from the strawberries. Doesn't this sound wonderful? Then you put it over the biscuit. You put some over the biscuit, or half of the biscuit. You put some over the half of the biscuit. Swirl some whipped cream on it. Put the top of the biscuit on. Put some more strawberries on. Some more whipped. Oh my God, it sounds delicious. Now I want to have some. Yum! I haven't had breakfast yet. That sounds so good. Yeah. So, how do you celebrate National Strawberry Shortcake Day? Visit a strawberry field where you can pick the strawberries. Oh my gosh. you know, back when I lived in Florida, there was a field, and I would take the kids, and I had to tell them, do not eat the strawberries. We have to wash them, you know. But we would go and we would pick strawberries, and the kids just had a fantastic time. You know, you pick them and then you take them over and they weigh them and then you buy them. But it was just fun. And, you know, here in Wichita, I don't know if they grow strawberries around here. I have no idea. I can't find any more of this symbol. Am I blind? Okay. Let me see if there's a strawberry field in Wichita, because man, that would be fun. I'm going to look that up. Look up and see if there's a strawberry field in your town. I'm going to do it right now. I know Florida grows a lot of strawberries. Strawberry field. In Wichita. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there is. Oh my God. Sergeant's Berry Farm in Hayesville. Okay, that's outside of Wichita, but ooh, that's totally doable. I might have to go there this weekend. I could take Malia and we could go to the strawberry farm. Picked strawberries and they were beautiful. That's a comment that somebody left. Meadowlark Farm Orchard and Cidery. That's in Rose Hill. Rose Hill's not far. And then there's Cox Farm Produce. I think we want the berry farm. Oh, yum. Oh, they're showing it. Fresh tomatoes. Oh, we're going to go there. Maybe my son would be interested in going too. Ooh, 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 ooh. And apparently they have the, you can pick them yourselves, yeah. Reviews, 5-star photos. Oh my goodness. Oh, they have raspberries, strawberries, pumpkins. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. That looks yummy. Tomatoes. Well, I know what I'm doing this weekend. I'm going berry picking. I decided. Okay, we're done with this color. Let's do this color, which is very similar. Okay. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. All right. Let's do Judge, Jury, and Journey. I'm a little discombobulated this morning, aren't I? So we're on day 2. Now we're finishing up, day 2. Day 2. A lot happens on day 2, I gotta tell you. Yeah. So this is the cross-examination of the investigator, the lead investigator. Now, he's retired. I keep looking at them strawberries. I got to get them off the screen because they look delicious. He's retired, and he's kind of like, you know, you can tell he's sort of over this. You know, let me get on with my retirement. But anyway. So the defense is asking questions, and by the questions that they ask, so when the defense cross-examines a witness, they can ask leading questions. Now, the prosecution on direct examination cannot ask leading questions. They have to ask what are known as direct questions, like, for example, what is your name? He has to give a name. That would be a direct question. A leading question would be, isn't your name blah, blah, blah? That's a leading question where you're suggesting an answer. So the defense gets to suggest answers. So what they're suggesting in some of the questioning, now they're focusing on the surveillance footage. I just heard a big noise in the kitchen. I don't know what are they up to in there? Oh God, they ran. I don't know what. I heard a bang and they ran. They're up to something. These kittens are into everything. So the defense is asking these leading questions regarding this surveillance. Hi, baby. I know. Well, go find out what they're doing. Yeah, go sit down. She's like, Mom, let's go investigate. No, not now. Go sit down. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. So they're focused on the surveillance footage, where we have Dan Markel has parked his car, and now the Prius. Now we don't see where the Prius parks. We see the Prius. They follow him into the parking lot, and we see them, driving around the parking lot, but we never see where they park. So the defense says, so you're saying you didn't see a drug deal? And he's like, no. So, and he said, and isn't it true that someone, there could have been a drug deal. They could have parked and there was a drug deal. And the police officer is like, I have no idea. We don't know where they parked. And he's like, well, couldn't one of the guys have gotten out of the car and somebody else have gotten in it? And the police officer is like totally baffled by this line of questioning. He's like, I don't know. So what they're doing is they're trying to plant other scenarios in the mind of the jury. How do we know that the two people that drove into that parking lot in that car are the same two people that drove out of that parking lot in the same Prius? Yeah, okay. So we don't know for sure because there's no surveillance footage that has eyes on that car at all times during that time frame. We see it, driving around. But if they're in the outer parts of the parking lot, you're not going to see it. Anyway, so then he asks, the defense attorney asks about phone calls between Sigfredo Garcia and Wendy, Donna, and Charlie. And he says, because they checked all those phone records. No, there was no communication via phone between the defendant Garcia and any of those three Adelson family members. There was a phone call made by Sigfredo Garcia to Harvey Adelson, who's the father. So we have Wendy, who's the ex-wife of the victim. Then her mother and father are Donna and Harvey, and her brother's Charlie. So Harvey, her dad, Garcia calls her dad at 5:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 1st, 2014, which is a couple of weeks before the murder. Now, the detective said it looked as though the phone call was not picked up, that it went to voicemail. So now the defense is suggesting that the dental practice closes at 5 p.m. Couldn't the practice have been forwarded to Harvey's cell phone? And did you ever investigate that? Did you ask the practice where their phone calls go after 5 p.m.? And the detective's like, no, that we didn't investigate that. So now the defense is putting into the juror's mind, okay, there's an explanation for a phone call to Harvey's phone. That maybe he called the dental practice to speak to Magmanoa, who's the mother of his children, who supposedly works there. Okay. And then it goes to Harvey. Like, why would this dental practice forward their voicemails to semi-retired Harvey Adelson? Now, it's Charlie's business. It used to be Harvey's business. He's also a dentist. But Harvey is semi-retired. He sold the business to his son. It's a family business. But his son is running the business. So why would they send phone calls to poor little old Harvey Adelson? I don't think he's a little old guy, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, then he says, Catherine Magmanoa was not a suspect until after they interviewed Luis Rivera. And the detective said that's correct. In fact, she was arrested the day after the first interview with Luis Rivera. Then the other bone of contention during this cross-examination is, why didn't you record the first interview with Luis Rivera? And he said, I was asked not to by the prosecution. And apparently this is a common practice. The police interview the person at the request of the prosecution to see, what it is they have, what information it is they have to offer in exchange for a plea deal, so that they can go, the prosecution can then sit back and go, okay, so what kind of plea deal do we want to give him, or do we want to give him a plea deal? Is this information valuable? Is he credible? So they don't record the first interview. So then we get to talk about the breast augmentation that Catherine Magbanua had, that was paid for in cash. So there were, he didn't go get he got the records. It showed that it was paid for in part ATM, through her bank account, part cash. Then we find out that the Lexus that she had purchased from Harvey Adelson for $1,700 was 13 years old. It was a 2001 Lexus that had over 160,000 miles on it. Okay. So they're harping on the fact that, did you investigate the source of this cash? And he's like, yes, I did. And so what he did was, he admitted that he knew that Catherine Magbanua had worked at several different places as this bottle girl. What do they call it? VIP bottle service. And you could make a lot of money doing that in South Florida, but it's cash. But you are employed by whatever business, whatever establishment it is that you're in, and you get a minimum wage. So what he did was the investigator, he subpoenaed the records from the Department of Finance in Florida. And he says, this is what we do. Anytime we want to get employment records for a person, we subpoena them through the Department of Finance. So in the state of Florida, the Department of Finance knows where everybody has worked. They have all of those records. And there was no records of this woman working anywhere doing VIP bottle service in any of these places that she said she worked. And I think we're going to find out later on, it hasn't come into evidence yet, but we're going to find out later on that during the time period after the murder, she is making large cash deposits into her bank account with no evidence of where that cash came from. Because it does not appear that she did any of she worked in any of those places she said she did during the month of the murder, at least. And there was nothing reported to the IRS, absolutely nothing on her tax return to reflect what she is going to say. Then 2 months after the homicide, she starts receiving these paychecks from Charlie Adelson's dental practice. So they looked into that, and they found that he talked to people that worked there. They had never seen her step foot in that business as an employee. They don't know what she was doing. Nobody knows. They know that she was on the payroll. Nobody knows what she was doing for her paycheck that she was getting every 2 weeks. And no evidence that she had ever stepped foot into that dental practice. And no employment records for the dental practice either. So those weren't even filed with the Department of Finance, which is really crazy. So at this point in Florida, the jury is allowed to ask questions. Now, I had this happen when I tried cases. The jury was allowed to ask questions, and the jury always comes up with these really good questions So several questions were, at this point, they had rested with this investigator. For now, they're going to call him back at a later point. But they had rested with this investigator, and the judge turns to the jury and says, "Do you have any questions?" So they hand their questions to the bailiff. They have pen and paper. They have notebooks that they can write in. So they write down their question and they hand it to the bailiff. So what the judge does is he goes back into chambers with the lawyers. They discuss those questions. Are they going to, some of them legally can't be answered for one reason or another. It might be hearsay, that, but they come back out and the judge asks the question for the jury. So the first question was, there's been testimony that there were 3 identifying factors to this Prius. They had aftermarket side mirrors, that was 2 identifying factors, and the sun pass. And they ask, was this detective able to confirm that the Prius that was rented from this rental car company had those identifying factors? So did he investigate that? And he said, yes, as a matter of fact, I did. By the time we found out that this vehicle had been rented by this particular company, we went to that company, we got the rental contract, but by then the car had been sold to another company. So they went to the other company to find the car, the purchaser of the car, and found that the mirrors had been changed out, the car had been repainted, and there was a different sun pass, because sun passes are particular to a business or a person. So everything had been changed out on this vehicle. But the VIN number and the tag number were the same as the one on all the surveillance footage. Or not the surveillance footage, but that matched the sun pass detail. Because on most of the surveillance footage, you're not able to make out the tag number. So I thought that was very insightful of the jury to ask that question. It shows that they're really paying attention and they're really, asking really good questions. And then the second question they had was, why didn't you record that first interview with and it was what I had explained, that the prosecution, and they were trying to gauge the veracity of this witness. Is what he's going to tell us believable? Can we offer him a deal? How valuable is this information going to be? So that's it. And then, so now they put on another witness, Ronald Witt. He works in the legal department for T-Mobile, and he's just there to bring in the cell tower dump records for the T-Mobile cell towers. So that comes into evidence. Then the next witness is, drum roll please, Wendy Adelson. That will be tomorrow. Wendy Adelson. We're going to hear from Dan's ex-wife and what she has to say. Interesting testimony, I've got to tell you. That'll be tomorrow. So you're going to have to stay tuned for tomorrow. Yes. Let's do this day in history. Okay. This day in history, we're going to stick with the crime theme. Because don't we all love it? Yes. 5 people are shot, including Republican congressmen, at a charity baseball game. Now, it wasn't really at the charity baseball game. It was at a practice for this charity baseball game. This guy, James Hodgkinson, 66-year-old man, he's passing by this field where they're practicing, and he asked a passerby, hey, are those Republicans or Democrats on the field? And the guy says they're Republicans, and he's like, oh, okay. He takes a rifle that he legally purchased, goes to the field and starts shooting, and fires 60 rounds onto the field, shooting House GOP whip Steve Scalise of Louisiana, injuring him critically. Scalise had to go through several surgeries. The bullet went into his hip. He had several surgeries, but he did return to Congress to a standing ovation. 4 other people were shot, not critically wounded, but and they survived. But the shooter, when the police came onto the scene, they exchanged gunfire. The shooter was killed. Oh my goodness! But subsequent investigation that said that he had a clear hatred for Republicans. And then he had on him a list of 6 conservative members of Congress, presumably his targets. And they don't say who those targets were. But the charity baseball game, goes on the next day to a record crowd. They raised over $1 million for charity. So some good came out of it. Yeah. So that is this day in history. That happened on this day in 2017. So not that long ago. Yeah, not that long ago. Man, oh man. So guys, that's the show for today. What else can I tell you? The target start day for the mystery diamond painting will be mid-July, so make sure you're getting your orders out there for your partner. If you're having any issues with your partner, please contact Michelle Stewart, Mickey Sunshine Creates. She can help you out. And I will see you tomorrow morning in the morning show, or maybe on an Animal Crossing game. Bye everybody. Love you.